Okay, welcome back. It's season 2, episode 3 of BA11TV. And this week I'm delighted to be joined by a new signing, Owen Humphries. Owen, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good, actually. I'm excited about this conversation. Let's say it's since we signed, had a few fans obviously sort of saying, "Oh, we know about Owen, we've heard about him, what's going on," sort of like trials and all that. Oh, it's a great story behind it. So I'm quite excited to find more more about you, really.
Yeah, I mean, since I've come into the club, obviously met all the players, met all the staff, talked with a few fans online as well. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting started. Yeah, I mean, really good club. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting to know everyone and hopefully have a really good season.
So obviously you've played two seasons in the Summer League so far with Mansfield and then obviously to Larkhall last year.
Yeah.
And obviously a good season for Larkhall comparatively with and where they progressed. What's made you look at leaving and joining Froome? What's the decision basis behind that?
So we was at Larkhall, and we had like a tougher end towards the season, players leaving, injuries, and then season ended. And then I knew Simo. I've known Simo for quite a while because when he was at Mansfield, I was still a really young lad, still playing for like the under 15s, 16s. And then Simo actually texted me saying, "Come along to pre-season, we'd really be interested and have a look at us." And yeah, I mean, went from there, met up with them. I like the club's objective, like the aims. And yeah, I mean, here I am. Went along, signed on a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, I'm buzzing to get started.
So our fans obviously remember you from the 1-1 draw in the last season. Obviously, our fans were gutted. Obviously, one of the reasons why we didn't finish first, getting those sort of 2 draws against Larkhall. And a lot of people will put that blame down on yourself because you played amazing and obviously had a big influence in that game, especially the one at Badgers Hill. How was it feeling like being on the other side, sort of coming to us when we're sort of pulling in those attendances compared to other people in the league?
Yeah, I mean, well, we obviously had a big turnout that day. Obviously, we was under the cosh for most of the game. And yeah, we had to do what we had to do. Obviously, Froome had loads of possession, and we were just camped in our own half, really. It was just constant pressure, fans on our case. Yeah, I mean, to play against Froome is not nice, not having any of the ball. Obviously, myself, I look to get on the ball, plenty of shots, plenty of chances, but to be on the other end of things is not very nice, especially to play against Froome, ball playing side. Yeah, I mean, it was hell pretty much for 90 minutes, but we managed to ride it, and then obviously scored in the 85th minute, and then Froome scored in the 90th minute. But it was to go to Froome and have that turnout, fans. It was a great experience. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
So you're in a good position now that obviously you're switching sides. So all those fans that were there trying to put you off are now we're going to be fully supporting you. And obviously we're hopeful that attendances will remain at those sort of levels as we sort of progress on with the club. But let's just take a little bit of step back, because fans of sort of local football and sort of youth football coming through have been aware of your name for years. It's something that you've sort of had to live with, something that you've grown up with. What was it like sort of growing up, sort of having that sort of expectation around you sort of from school, beginning of school?
Yeah. So I've been with, I always used to play a year up at Mansfield. I was pretty much there my whole life in my school years. And yeah, obviously when I was playing a year up, I was doing well, and then I talked with Glyn Ashton. He was our manager at the time with Mansfield for the youth team, and I talked with him, and he went, "If you want to progress in your career and have academies looking at you or whatnot, you want to come in your own age group and really show what you can do against players your own age, and then obviously see where you can go. Yeah, obviously there has been expectations, obviously playing a year up, coming into my age group, and then expecting to be one of the best, if not the best player in the side. And yeah, I've had a really successful youth in my football. Won a lot of leagues with Mansfield. And then I played for Bristol Inner City as well as a youth academy. And yeah, done really well there. Won national champions in the Junior Premier League. Like played in Ibra Cups abroad in Portugal. Got to the finals in them. Like, yeah, I've had a really good youth career. And yeah, there has been expectations, but I just let my football do the talking.
Yeah, and that's something that obviously was seen during your time at Larkhall, because well, we were talking before this, how when Larkhall got to the sort of Stockport game,
yeah,
that you weren't able to play in that because you were off doing something else.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so on the week, so on the Saturday we was playing Stockport. So I travelled up to so I was on trial at Birmingham City. So I went there the Sunday before, played a couple games for Birmingham against Burnley and Stoke for the under-23s. I scored against Stoke, I believe it was, on the Friday night. And then on the Friday night, I left Birmingham to go out to Manchester where we were staying. So I went straight from Birmingham straight up to Stockport. Stayed in the hotel, got in at about 2 a.m. And then next day we're out. Obviously, I just wanted to be there with a score because it was a great experience playing against Stockport. And yeah, you know, I'd done all the warm up with all the players. And then on the Sunday, so finished the game, stayed there Saturday night, and then on the Sunday, I left at about 3 p.m, and I just made a trip across to Sheffield to go on trial for Sheffield Wednesday for a week. So busy couple of weeks, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a great experience, especially to see the team play at Stockport. It was yeah, it was a great experience.
So what does because of the lay people like myself, what does a trial at sort of Birmingham or Sheffield Wednesday, what does that consist of?
So I get there on the Sunday, you meet, you go there for, well, it's called digs, so the family you stay with, you normally get in contact with them before to see if you have any dietary requirements or, you know, anything. Yeah, so you meet all the family. The families I had were really nice, cooked nice food, nice houses. Yeah, so you get there on the Sunday and then train on the Monday. But for me, for Sheffield, I trained on the Monday, but for Birmingham, I actually played on the Monday against Burnley and then train on the Tuesday, normally rest on the Wednesday, train Thursday. And then Birmingham, I played on the Friday against Stoke. But yeah, I mean, the quality to go on trial, obviously you feel nervous, but you just got to believe in how good you are. You know, you got to do what you can do, and yeah, just try your hardest. And you know, I feel like even though I got a no from, well, obviously I was at Sheffield United as well before, I got a no from all three, but you know, for me is a good experience what I can all learn from, and hopefully if I go and trial again to another club, I can do what I've learned and hopefully put it to practice.
Definitely. I think it's one of those things that the older generation of us that we used to back in the day. It was it was coming up as a trialist has scored in this game, and you were like, "Who the hell's that?" But you didn't have anything that going forward, those lessons that you're going to put into those families, sort of like a pop star style rider. You just want blue M&Ms or something like that. Is that
well, they are quite strict with the diets. Obviously, you got it yourself. Obviously, I don't really like to take any shortcuts. Obviously, because you're only cheating yourself. So, you just got to do the best you can do for a week, and whatever happens. Yeah.
So coming into the squad, obviously you've met up with the squad in the last couple of weeks. How have you found that integration? Is it something that you've been easy,
Yeah.
or is it?
Obviously, I knew Alfie. I knew him from Larkhall, and I knew Mike Baker from Larkhall as well. So obviously, that's a couple of lads I already knew. Well, obviously, we didn't really have the most friendly encounter last time I met the lads when I was playing at Froome, but yeah, you know, met up with a team. All great lads, good on the ball. Loads of quality in the side. So I'm really excited to play for Froome. And yeah, I mean, it seems like a great dressing room to be in, to be honest. You got some great leaders in there like Sam Till. And then on the other end, you got young lads like James Ollis. He's coming through. And yeah, I'm just really excited.
Definitely. I think that's what we're kind of as fans excited about, because I'd say however the current sort of like lineup looks with sort of Ollis, yourself, Davis, and then obviously Hopper now as well, it's kind of like we've got 4 very good sort of flexible players around those different areas. I mean, is there a preferred position that you like to sort of play in, or is it just anywhere across that?
Well, normally, so in academy level or like college level, I normally play in the 10 in centre attack and mid, normally behind 2 strikers or behind the striker. From Manchester and Larkhall, I used to play on the left. I can play in the advanced state. Yeah, I can play out wide through the middle. Yeah, like I said, in the advanced state, you know, I can play in multiple positions. But there's nowhere, as long as I'm getting on the ball, there's nowhere really I'd prefer. Because if I play out wide, I'll come inside, or if I'm playing in the 10, I like to pick up the ball in little pockets. So yeah, I didn't really mind as long as I'm getting on the ball. That's all I really care about, to be honest.
Well, that's been brilliant. Owen, it's been fantastic to catch up with you, and again, welcome to the club. We hope obviously to see you there this weekend in the first friendlies coming up. So yeah, for me and from all the fans, welcome, and we can't wait to see you in action.
Thank you, Scott.